So I was really inspired by Billie Holiday, not only by her voice and her music, but by her willingness to use her platform to raise awareness on issues that she believed were extremely important. But I was also inspired by her fashion, her choice of clothing, by her hair. And so I am really looking to embody my very own version of Billie Holiday at the upcoming Chicago Frocktails. So let's talk a little bit about what I'm doing and how we're going to exactly pull off this look. So I am going to be using 3 different patterns, 2 Vogue or actually 3 different Vogue patterns to achieve the look that I want. So I am going to pull in these sleeves. I'm going to pull these sleeves. So I'm going to be cutting these patterns this weekend. I am going to be pulling the pants, but without the pockets, and I am going to be making them just a little bit longer. I'd like them to come down, but they will be wide leg pants. And then for the top, I am going to be adding this gathering at the top. So I was looking really hard for a piece to replicate that, a pattern piece to replicate that. So I'm going to be adding that. So I'm going to be doing these sleeves. I'm going to keep this top, but I'm going to be adding that pattern piece to the top. And then instead of the skirt, I will be doing pants instead of the skirt. And so here is, and I'm going to be putting up a picture. Here is a picture that demonstrates the look that I'm going for. So in an effort to achieve this look, I ordered some swatches, and I ordered 4 different swatches. I am definitely looking for a orange, so it doesn't have to be this light, doesn't have to be this dark, but I can already tell that these 2 are way out of the color scheme that I'd like to go for. So I am going to not be using these 2. And so my hope is that these 2 are available, because I think I'm going to be going for both of these, because the other part is that I really want my fabric to have a flow to it. And so I'm not really sure that it is going to have a flow. So I'm also going to order a couple of alternate fabrics, just because, again, time is short. But I do like this color. Again, it's a little bit stiff, the fabric is, so I'm not sure if it's going to give me the flow. And then while this one, I believe, will give me the flow, it is see-through. I don't know if you can tell, but it is see-through. And so I'm not, again, it would require me to put another lining underneath of it. And I don't really know if that's something that I want to do. So again, good thing you start early so you can solve those potential problems. So I'm really excited because the fabric that I ordered from Fabric Wholesale Direct did come in. So we are going to take some time to open it together. And as I mentioned, I did end up ordering some other fabrics. So we are going to see. So let's take a second. Let me open this box. So here is our fabrics. And as I mentioned, I did order a couple of alternate fabrics. So these are the range of oranges that I'm going with. Orange was my grandmother's favorite color, so I was really happy to use an orange because, again, it's her favorite color. I will tell you that the color that is on the screen does not really demonstrate the actual color of the fabric, and I'm not sure why it's picking up a little bit differently than the actual color on the screen. But this fabric is the fabric that has the I guess the little hairs on it. And again, it is a little see-through, but it's not as bad as I initially thought it was. It's got like a little bit of backing to it that I don't believe, yeah, it has a little bit of a backing to it that is not on the original swatch that they sent. So that's good. That is actually really good. So that's this fabric. I'm gonna, play around with it a little bit to see if it has the flow to it that I want. I did also order some crepe back satin, again, because I knew that it would have the look. I ordered it in a burnt orange, which I like a lot. It kind of looks a little red on the screen, but it is more of a deeper orange look to it. So I like this. I know that it will have the flow that I want. So I did order about 5 yards of this to make sure that I have enough. So I've gotten that. And then this right here is a lining. So this is not a fabric, this is a lining, because I thought that the other fabric was see-through and I wanted to make sure that I had a lining under it so that I would not be see-through. So I got that. And then here is another crepe back satin that I did get, that I did order in a more peach color. Again, just to have another option. What you see here are some threads that I got, some orange and that darker burnt orange thread that I got to go use for the serger, because again, I'm going to be serging these. And then I also, the last fabric that I did order, and it looks like one of the fabrics that I ordered is missing, but I also ordered 5 yards of this fabric. Again, just something a little bit different, because again, I know that this will have the flow to it. It has an orange in it. It's probably not the fabric that I'm going to use because it's a little bit of off theme, but I got it anyway, and I will probably use this to make a muslin. So we'll see. And let me see what I did not get. It looks like the stretch charmeuse satin did not come yet. So that is another one that I'm still waiting for. The other thing is that this fabric, which I have the swatch for, was out of stock. So I was not able to get this fabric because it was out of stock when I went to order it. So I was kind of excited to see what this fabric would be and do, but we will not have the opportunity to do that because it was out of stock and it has not come back in stock. So those are the fabrics and the patterns and the look that I will be using, and we'll see what happens. Next up is cutting out all of the pattern pieces.